Good morning, guys. My name is Anna Grachova, and in this video I would like to give you a feedback after I did one psychological and coaching technique during several months. And actually nowadays people live in so high speed, so they do a lot of things. Their brains are not clean, and they don't have time for self-reflection, and at the same time they feel stress that they can't become. Their brains sometimes can be extremely hot because of a lot of ideas, thoughts, fears, and things that they are not satisfied with. Writing by hand in the notebook. I know that for the majority of people, it can sound like, oh, it is the atmosphere of childhood when you have your diary, and for example, this is my new diary and it is not advertisement. Maybe you would not be able even to buy it because it is the company only in my country, and for your countries they would not send at all, so that is why it is only about my personal love. And so for the majority of people this technique can be not something like what it can bring me. So it is not complicated, but in reality, even simple methods can work better than those that are very difficult. And in reality, they are difficult because it is really, again, difficult for people to adapt this psychological or coaching technique in their life. So you would have results only if you start doing something, and if it is very easy at the first sight. The effectiveness is not equal to the fact that this thing is actually extremely complicated. It cannot be so, and please don't ignore the, oh my god, it is street. So please don't ignore this psychological technique because it is really great, and it will help you to clean your brains. So I can tell you that it has nothing with the experience in your childhood in reality. So I know that it is more about girls than about boys, that when they were children they took diaries and they wrote about how they spend their whole day, about all details, and something that is more about facts than about emotions, feelings, and what they are not satisfied with. And in reality, like when you're an adult person and when you have even big business, you're owner of corporation, or if you work for company, you can be man, woman, it is not important in reality, because this technique is for everybody, and the effectiveness of it can be for different people not that similar, because for some people some way of showing their emotions can be suitable. For others, it can be less comfortable. For example, they can think that for them speaking or talking with somebody would be more effective. That is why it is extremely important to have a lot of, like a set of techniques, try all of them, and then choose which one to use at the moment, because we have different situations and even speed of our life. So you can combine them, use when they are more suitable for you at the moment. And if we talk about writing by hand in your notebook, it is the way of putting all things that are in your brain to the page, to the paper. And I'm that kind of person who can feel stress. I have a lot of things in my head, and when I write everything, these ideas stop like being in my head, repeating. So in reality, if you start like noticing the percentage of ideas and thoughts that repeat in your brain is very, very high. So when we live, we can think that we think about different things, but in reality, again, everything repeats. And this is the problem, that there is like a chaos in your brain. When you it is really effective technique. When you write something, take it from your head, these thoughts and ideas stop repeating so often, and some of them can stop repeating at all. And I'm that kind of person who always try to modernize my way of living to be more effective. And I'm those who graduated from the top university in my country. I worked in financial sphere with extremely rich clients. That is why I really know about what I'm talking about. So it was essential to spend all time useful at that periods of time. And it is my approach to life, when you always try to find something more suitable for you. And I tried a lot of techniques of making notes. And for me, the writing in the notebook by hand was the most effective one. So I had notes in my computer. I have Apple, so all gadgets are from Apple, and I have ecosystem, and that is why I have access to like notes from all devices. And I could, because of the fact that I was afraid of forgetting something or losing very interesting and important ideas, for example, when they came to me, I started writing them all the time at the moment. Actually, this process was not as effective as when I started writing everything in one journal. Previously, I had a lot of journals, I had a lot of papers, and sometimes I could write something in the paper itself, then I could write something in one diary, then in another that I had near me, and I could tell you that I started feeling calmer when I started putting everything in one place, and I started understanding that if I really need something, then I would find it here and not think where to find it. So I had problem when I had too many files, documents, pages, notes, and journals. I remembered that, oh, actually I did this, or I had extremely great name of like the title of something, like an article for a scientific journal or for post on social media. So I remembered that I have already did it. So I created something, but then I started thinking where it is. And the process of trying to find it was very, very complicated. And then, of course, I found everything, but it was really, really not fast. And also, if we talk about notes that I wrote in my in my computer that were related not to like something that I need for social media, like the material that I need to write, and that then like take it and post without any problems. When with this was okay for work, it is normal. I use all gadgets and I don't have any problems. But if we talk about something that I wanted to stay in my life, for example, some quotes that are not like usable itself, or when I wrote something that I was not satisfied in my life, that was difficult, that I was afraid of something. All of this was not so effective as when I started writing it by hand. That is why I can highly recommend you, of course, if you don't have time, if you don't have now this notebook, because I know that sometimes you can be like, you can walk in the park with dog or go to the shop, but something can happen, and using gadgets and special mobile apps can be like an exception, like when you need to do this very, very fast and you don't have opportunity to write by hand. And it can be useful, but not as useful as you start writing in your notebook, like normal notebook. And in the era of devices, it can sound strange, but I really tell you that the effectiveness of writing by hand is so high. And when you write about everything without like order, without rules, so everything that can come to your brain, like you can write big text about your bad relationships with boyfriend, what he did, what was wrong, and something like that. But then you can have like an idea that, oh, I forgot, I remember that for example, this is a great name for this advertisement, or oh, I don't want to forget that I need to do this, and then you write this too. Okay, you can use another page, but you don't think that, oh my god, it is something strange that I don't shift my focus from this like time for making psychological practice, because when you write about your feelings, it is more about psychological aspect. When you write about your goals, wishes, how to develop in your life, it is more about coaching. But the line between them are not so visible in reality. And so you can accept the fact that it is the way how our brains can work, and it is extremely normal that some ideas can come in the not correct, useful way. But the best that you can do is not to ban them, because they are important, and if you understand, and in reality they are really, really important, and your brain will not forget about them, and then he will not give you opportunity to be or to put all your focus in the task, because you need to notice this aspect that your mind wants to highlight, and that is why you can stop, like make a pause, small pause, and write something that is important, that came to your brain, and then continue. And this is the most effective way. So you should accept yourself. We are all individuals, and if we think about our body as a friend and start caring about it, but not being like then you have great even mood. And of course people don't have even time to stop. They don't think that self-reflection is important. But then when they start ignoring themselves, their feelings, their emotions, questions to themselves that are inside of them, and what they are afraid of or not satisfied with, they can start living a life that they don't like and not understand even why. So they can overwork without reason. They can use like resources of energy, like alcohol or something that illegal, or they can start using medicine. But in reality, if they start caring about their mental health, they would not have so difficult problems. And writing by hand in your notebook can be one technique, one method of hearing yourself. It is about self-coaching more in reality. And I can tell you that I started doing this practice several months ago. Previously, I only talked with people, but for me, it was not as effective. So the result was not as I have now. So I spent too much energy, I spoke to people too much, I was not in reality fully satisfied. And when I started writing about everything in one place, oh my God, my life changed. And now I don't really need so much, oh my God, now I don't really need so much time and energy to making notes, because because I solve like the highest level of anxiety, and I have now a small recession. That is why I don't really need now to write too many things that I needed several months ago. And actually it was more related to the my birthday and the end of year. I have birthday in the middle of December, then I have New Year, and in reality it is time when you start analyzing what you achieved, what you want, and something like that. And that is why it was extra, even for me. I wrote like 7 or 10 pages at one time, but now I don't need to write so many things all the time. I can, but I can use this when I need to like go through special situations. So something can happen with me, and then I write. So also you can use this notebook for making additional psychological practices also, and it is really effective when you don't use gadgets for this. When you, for example, answer questions that I give, for example, in my coaching practices that are online, that are not individual. And that is why I can tell you that please buy great notebook that you would really like, that you like to take in your hands and to use all the time, to take everywhere. And so the best tool how to adapt this psychological practice in your routine life is to start taking this notebook all the time, everywhere, and to rewrite when you have time or when you need it. Because when you don't have this notebook, it can stop you to write something when something happens. But when you start writing, the level of stress decreases, and you have better vision of the situation also. So I really hope that this video will motivate you, and it will be like a signal to start thinking more about your mental health. It is really great for me to have everything in one place, when you don't think when to write about something. So for me, when I had a lot of resources where I could write my ideas, my thoughts, and something like that, before starting writing, I first thought when to write, then to find this. That would be easy for me to find. Now I don't have such problem, and it saves time or energy, and also I don't stop myself from the impulse of putting all my emotions at the moment to the paper, because previously I stopped a bit, firstly myself, and then it was not as effective as it is when you like start writing at the moment when you start feeling something, so without overthinking. So it is all that I wanted to tell you. Please don't forget to subscribe, write in comments what you think about this. Bye bye.